Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Friday? We back to build on this boxing and give it its just due for a little bit. Pardon my voice. It seems like I just been losing my voice lately. But I'm all good and we gonna build, man. And my boy Keith popping back up in the building. We gonna chop it up for a little bit. You know, I'm not gonna keep him too long, but you know. We gonna show some love to the future world champion because he's very much on his way to becoming a future world champion. That I'm almost for sure of. You feel me? So y'all smash that like button. Okay, got champ in the back. I welcome my guy Keith Tsunami Cologne.
What's going on?
What's good, man? Oh, we got the guns out. He flexing on me. Hold on, man. Let me get. He flexing on me. Got the arms out on me, man. What's going on, champ? How you feeling?
What up?
All good, man. All good. Always good to connect. See you back in the building, man. You a regular, so you know you always welcome over here, man. How you feeling, man?
Feel good. Can't complain.
Right, man. That's what's up, man. You was just in the ring. You now 6-0, 6 KOs, man. Putting a lot of belt to you know what, man. Talk to me, man. You had a chance to fight on OTX this trip.
Right.
Pardon my voice. I've been losing my voice, so my apologies. But you got the fight on OTX, man. Tell me about it. Because you've been on a number of different platforms. So what was, tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm just blessed to be able to showcase my talent on a big platform, real organized, real structured. Blessed to be able to showcase my ability on a high level, so that's just really all that it is. It's a great experience, and I love working with them.
Right. Is there anything that stood out as far as, platform wise, the structure, the way he moved, anything different that stood up from the rest of these platforms?
It's kind of all the same. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's kind of all the same. You know, as long as it's organized, it should really be simple. You know, one, two,
Mhm.
three. You know,
Right.
it shouldn't be really too much because you know at the end of the day, it's all about fight night and fighters fighting. So it's real simple, real organized, real easy for the fighters.
Yeah, that's what you like there. So, because you know, over there in OTX, they do things a little bit differently, right? They got some type of like fight incentives or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Bonuses or something. Tell me about that. Was you familiar with it? Something about the you get a knockout, you get a certain amount of money. It's a little different. Seemed like an incentive to to really fight.
yeah. OTX is a little different. They got bonuses if you knock
Hmm.
somebody out in the first or last round. You get a bonus, and if the fight ends up in a draw, then
Hmm.
you know you have an extra round to go. So
Right.
it's a little different.
I see you almost snatched one up because in your fight, I see you put Buddy down early. did
Yeah, yeah,
it click in your mind? Did it pop in the back of your mind real quick? Like, man, I can mess around and get this bonus. I get him out of here.
yeah, definitely. I thought about that, but I didn't want to make it obvious. You know, it was like I don't want to make it obvious, but
Right.
once I seen him go down, I'm like, oh, you know, we could probably get that bonus now. You know, I wasn't planning on it, but it just happened.
Mhm.
So
Right. Right. Man, it was funny, man. So it looked like, I mean, look, I know it's early in your career and you getting these guys out there. You ain't been past the second round. And it's no different with this fight. But it still looked like you had a little bit of fun this time, man. You knocked your guy down. Looked like you had some fun, man. So take me through the fight, man. How was it? Get your
it was,
sixth knockout.
you know, it was a great experience. I was in there with a pretty solid opponent.
Hmm.
So first round knocked him down, I believe like two or three times, and then off like you know just off that you know going into the second round it was just like you know all right we already know he like one shot away so
Hmm.
be patient set up that shot and you know going back home that's it.
quick work, man. Look like you did a little dance when you dropped him one of the times or something. Did a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
movement. You was having some fun in there. It's always good to
yeah.
see it, man. And I was glad to see you on the platform with the zone and all that, man. So you just continuing to grow as a fighter. Do you are you feeling it? You know, with each fight, do you feel the people growing right with you?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I'm becoming, you know, I'm coming into my own. My
Mhm.
fan base is continuing to grow. My name is getting bigger, uh, especially in the boxing scene. You know, like definitely growing each and every fight. Yeah, so you know, each and every fight, we just expanding the brand, getting bigger, and I mean, I definitely feel it.
Right. That's what's up. Cause for me on my end, bro, it was good that I got to see it right before you was pro. You still an amateur, and I've been rocking this whole journey, and it's just fun because for me being a content creator and a fan of the sport, I'm really seeing your face pop up a lot of places, and it's good to see you getting your just due, as I like to call it, man. I'm seeing a lot of people really catching on and paying attention, man. So, and with these knockouts, they sell themselves. It ain't much you got to say. And one thing I noticed is you don't force a KO. You just doing you. I can see it. I can tell you getting really comfortable in there. So, well, I wanted to ask you, from your pro debut to now, what's something you feel like you improved on the most?
Something I improved on. I'd say like the fight scenery, you know, fight week, the press, like press meeting, um, like we have press conferences, you know, the
Hmm.
weigh-ins, the walkouts. I feel like that right there was all new to me, especially coming from the amateurs where you know we really don't do that. We just weigh in, fight, that's
Hmm.
that, you know. So it's
Hmm.
like everything outside of like actually fighting, being in the ring, walkouts,
Right.
you know, everything in that nature. Just you know, like I said, the press, media, how to deal with it, just staying calm. You
Hmm.
know, just letting things be.
Right. I respect. Has there been, with any of your fights, has there been any opponent that's surprised you at all for any reason, one reason or another, whether it was skill wise, anything? Have you been surprised by anything yet, or you just
I
not yet?
remember I believe it was my third fight in AC. I had knocked the guy down, and
Mm-hmm.
at that time I had got a knock. I got a stoppage in the second round, and I got like a first round KO. But
Right.
that fight, when I dropped him, he kind of like just started charging at me, like just coming at me, throwing punches. And so like he surprised me because
Yeah.
the fight before that, the dude was just knocked out clean, and then the
Mm-hmm.
fight before that one, which was my first fight, the dude was kind of like like surviving, like just on his back foot, trying to survive, trying to get out the way. But he actually came towards me like, "Nah, I'm about to come get you now." So he surprised me.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. So look, you got all KOs. Like I said, you ain't been past the second round. And you know how the boxing world is. They quick to label the next guy the KO artist or whatever. You know how that go. And
Yeah.
look, to your credit, you've been doing what you're supposed to do and you getting rid of these dudes. Is there any pressure on your end to continue this quote unquote KO streak that you got? Do you think
Nah,
about
nah.
it at all?
Nah, I don't go for the KO. I'm a boxer first. I'm real reserved, real calm, poised, select my
Mhm.
shots, look to break guys down. That's my fighting style. I'm not a KO artist. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not a KO artist, but I'm not a person that look for the knockouts.
Right. Right.
I really like. I'm in tune with the art of boxing and skills. Like
Right.
I don't watch people
Right.
that like I don't watch like guys like Mike Tyson too much to
Mm-hmm.
like look for like KO. I watch more of the guys that don't have power to see how they win. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Man, I respect that, man. I figured as much because, like I said, I watch you close, and I don't get the notion that you're chasing the KOs. I think they're just coming because you getting more comfortable in there. That's what I
yeah,
see from fight to fight. Are you feeling that in there? Feeling you get more and more comfortable from fight to fight?
yeah, definitely. Getting comfortable, just staying relaxed, being poised, just letting things come, not forcing it. Just understanding that everything gonna come. But if you rush it, it's not gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Right. You know what I wanted to ask, and I never asked, I don't think I ever asked you this since I've been talking to you. Do you feel like you chose boxing or did it choose you?
Uh, did I choose boxing? I mean, it just kind of went hand in hand.
Right.
Like it
Talk to
went
me.
hand in
Right.
hand. Like
Right.
I felt as though I was like coming up. I was playing a lot of different sports, and it was just like, which one is you gonna go with?
Right.
And so
Right.
like certain sports fell through, other ones I grew out of. So it was just like
Mm-hmm.
just growing up, and at the end of the day, it was just like which one felt like which one that I wanted to do the most. And I could
Mm-hmm.
just say like it was kind of boxing, but it also kind of other sports just kind of like weeded themselves out. That makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. So
No, it makes
I feel
sense.
like it was just went hand in hand, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah, because a lot of times, I've asked that question in the past, and most guys feel like, it chose them, like, it was, boxing or nothing. And, I know sometimes it could be a little different, so I
Yeah,
respect that, man. Everybody's different, some people feel like it was just all or nothing. And with you,
yeah,
you
yeah.
come hand in hand, like, you know what I'm saying? Something that you picked up, you was guided towards it, and you knew what you had with it, and you just kept going.
Right.
So you just fought what was it, June 13th, was it?
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
was June.
Yep,
You
yep.
fought a couple months before that. You pretty
Right.
pretty active, man. Are you happy with how fast you moving? Because I think you're busy, bro. I think you active.
Yeah, yeah. Of course I'm happy. I stay in the
Mm-hmm.
gym, so it's
Mm-hmm.
like, because I'm in the gym so much, is like the fights is like kind of like a reward in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it
Right.
keeps giving me something to work towards.
Right. You got a phone
Get
call.
towards.
Oh,
Wait, you can
oh,
hear me,
yeah.
sir?
Yeah, I get you.
All right, yeah, it gives me something to continue to work towards. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, and so like that's a part of it for me. Like because I'm in the gym, I get to work towards something each time, and it's like a goal. It's like, all right, I'm mastering this. All right, this fight I get to
Mm-hmm.
show this. Now this fight I'm gonna show this and this. Now this fight I'm gonna show. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So me, yes, I appreciate being so active, but at the same time, it's like so much ups and downs with the boxing game that
Talk
at
about it.
times, yeah,
Talk
times it
about it.
just be like, yo, like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I just want to be in the gym fighting. That's
You see, because that's the stuff that sometimes that we don't speak enough about. Like we just think, oh, you see a guy, you sign a contract, it's a fight. And I highlight a lot on this channel how y'all fight so many different obstacles before you even get to your opponent. And I know
yeah,
mentally it could be a bit draining. So it seemed like for you, your escape is like, you know what? I'm gonna just go lock in the gym. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's a good mentality to have, not getting down on yourself and utilize, using that whatever, whether it be frustration or what I'm saying, to go lock in on your craft, man. I think that's dope. Do you find it hard to balance? Because I know you're a gym rat. Is it hard for you to balance, keeping yourself up out of the gym?
It's not hard for it's not hard for me to balance it, like, cause you gotta understand. So it's like it's a business,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody want what's best for you, but at the end of the day, nobody know what's best for you more than
Mm-hmm.
you. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like it's a business, and you know, I just say like having to explain to people that like I don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the
Right.
time I don't
Right.
want to fight. I just want to be a person that just love the sport right now. Just in
Right.
there training, having fun. Like this workout might be 30 minutes a day, and that's just all I
Right.
did was shadow box, or this
Right.
workout might have been 4 or 5 hours. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So people don't understand that part.
Right.
Especially the people that just like they want what's best. She's like, oh, we got this big opportunity, da da. It's like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
cool, but I ain't feeling it right now. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Right.
So
Right.
that's more so the hardest part, just everybody being on one command when we all
Mm-hmm.
trying to reach the top. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. So what would you say, in your young career has been the biggest challenge you would think for you?
My biggest challenge,
Mm-hmm.
I just say myself, staying focused.
That's right.
Um, I feel like other people in my position, other people in my shoes, they'd be happy where they are right now. But me, it's just more so like I understand where I could be, where I
Mm-hmm.
want to be, and I'm just not there yet. So I'm still working hard each and every day to just get to where
Mm-hmm.
knock those goals out.
Right. Dope. Understood. Something I wanted to ask. We talk a lot about the father-son duos in boxing, and it looks like we have another one with you and your dad. How fun has it been, you know, so far, just y'all two, or not just you, but as a team winning and on this journey? Like, how fun is it, to see that the work that y'all put in, sacrifices he made, you made, getting you to this point, and like I said, fighting on these different platforms, getting more exposure. People are really, I'm seeing you, like I can scroll without typing your name and I'll see you now. And I know for a fact that it's because of the work. How fun has it been for y'all?
Yeah, nah, it's just been a blessing, man. Cause
Mm-hmm.
it's like my before even boxing, my dad sacrificed a lot,
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure that like I had everything I wanted and needed. If I wanted to play a sport, he sacrificed so I could play a sport. If I wanted to do this, he sacrificed so I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
So now that it's coming full circle, and it's like not only are am I winning or
Mm-hmm.
we're winning, but we like people starting to recognize it. People are starting to recognize the hard work. Before as as a younger kid,
Mm-hmm.
some people made it be like, oh, it's just like let them be a kid or this or that. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like nah, it's paying off now. Like this was the hard work, the sacrifices. Like this is where we wanted to be. Like our journey was a little different. So
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it's a blessing because not too many people make it this far. So especially coming from where I come from, a lot of people make it in general, but not a lot of people make it this far. And where I come from is even slimmer amount of people that get here. So I'm just grateful.
That's dope. And I asked that because I had Brian Norman Sr. on the other day, and I was talking to him, and one of the things I noticed is the joy that you see when him and his son, they go out there and put together a win. They win. Of course, you win as a team, and I know he just being able to talk to him. Know he just proud of seeing his son win, and that's something I can see with you and your dad right now. And it was just something I was curious about, like how fun has it been? Because this the hurt business. It requires so much from y'all, and when you finally get what you put into it, you get what I'm saying? It's kind of dope to pay off, and it's just something I wanted to highlight, man. So what's next on the agenda for Keith, man? When you want to get in there?
If I'm able to get a fight in August, we'll be there back in August. But yeah, anything after like August, I'll be back in the ring for sure. Yeah.
No. Right. You know what? I wanted to get your thoughts on something, man, that's been going on a lot, that people been talking about. I don't know if you caught any wind of it. This quote unquote, there's no running rule. Have you heard anything about it? Hear people talking about it?
Yeah, I seen something about like they it was took out his cheek. He did something or said something about like it was
about people
I'm familiar.
running,
Yeah.
but it's like he wasn't the one that said the rule. It's just
Oh,
something that I seen it start and it been floating around about people being serious about thinking that we need to implement a no running rule. And you as a fighter, not that you do no running, I just wanted to get your thoughts on what do you think about that, a no running rule?
yeah, like I don't like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel as though like I got different opinions. Like,
Talk to me. That's why we here. I ain't trying to not jam you
yeah,
up. It's just an honest question, because I like to hear from the people that actually do it. We can say what we want, but you have to get in that ring, and for somebody to tell you implement a rule is, I got a weird opinion on
I
this.
feel like that's crazy. That's like saying, because different. Some people is blessed with abilities and others aren't. You know what I'm saying? Some people is blessed with amazing strength, punching power, and explosiveness, and others are not blessed with crazy strength, so they have to use their legs to, you get what I'm saying, or overly use their legs to get out of harm's way at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody want to get punched in the face. So if that fight in the ring feel like, yo, I gotta run, then that just shows what he think he gotta do. Now, if somebody is just doing it cowardly, you get what I'm saying? Then they're doing it cowardly, and you get what I'm saying. But it's like, if I put you in a 16x16 with a bull, you're not gonna run. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if I put you in a 16x16 with,
Right,
like, you're not gonna
right,
run.
right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be a matter of time before he
That's a
catch you.
fact. That's a
So,
fact.
yeah, that's like, I mean, it's a whole bunch of things. Like, even in the amateurs, if you roll, they be like, keep your head up. Like, but I just slipped 3 punches. You want me to get hit? So it's like a lot of rules that,
Yeah.
I
Right.
feel like they far fetched. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you simply don't watch him, don't
Yeah.
watch him. That's it. You say whatever you want, just don't watch him. At the end of the day, if you watch him, you supporting him. So
Right.
that's how I look at it,
Right.
man. Or support the guys that come forward all day. Because some come forward all day and lose. But
Yeah. Right.
be
Right.
behind them. So that's my take on that. At the end of the day, everybody gonna have an opinion, and it's every man for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. I respect it. I rock with that, because I mean, for me, I just feel like it's a slippery slope. It's tough to tell somebody what they can't do when it comes to them defending themselves in the ring, right?
Yeah.
If they feel like they need to move now, and of course, me nor you are advocating for somebody to get in there and run, but
Right.
to restrict somebody for them not to be able to do something is a little crazy, right? In a boxing ring. So you just got to be mindful. And to pivot off of that, I don't know if you was able to catch the that crazy KO just from the other morning with Brian Norman.
Yeah, I saw it.
Where he not got now. You see, that's a prime example of this guy coming forward trying to be super entertaining, chasing a knockout, and then he gets. You get what I'm saying? So how important is it for you, like longevity? And why I say that, because you got guys talking about, no running, and then you see a fight where this guy get put to sleep. How important is it to be defensively responsible in this sport so that you can have longevity?
Man, it's important. You get what I'm saying? It's important to be defensive minded. It's important to know how to move your head, your hands, and your feet. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, your body is not meant to be punched on. Your head is not meant to be punched on. You get what I'm saying? It's like, so and a lot of people only see the fights, but they don't understand how many rounds of sparring we do. You get what I'm saying? So just adding it all up, it's like, I talked to fighters, world champs, and it's like, man, yeah, you saw me today. I was just cruising. I'm saving it for the fight. You get what I'm saying? Because the body is not meant to be going through that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really not. Like every punch, your brain rattles. That's your brain got water around it. Some people they have less than others. It really could take one punch for their brain to swell, and now they brain dead and they're a vegetable. You understand? So I'm not trying to see how much water I got in my brain for. I'm not even going to do that. I'm here in a sport. At the end of the day, it's a sport. It's an opportunity for me. It could be life changing. I'm gonna see how far I could go, but the time where I feel like, it just doesn't make sense no more. It don't make sense no more. So, however, I gotta get to the top, and I'm sure that's how other fighters feels. Like, however I'm gonna get to the top is how I'm gonna get to the top. Some fights I'm gonna have to run. Some fights I might get a knockout. Other fights might be boring. But at the end of the day, it's crazy. But we just gotta keep doing what we could do to just get the win, because it just take one loss and it'll derail our career. So that's how I see it.
And to piggyback off that, so in your mind as a fighter, and I kind of know the answer to this, but I just like to ask so people can hear it from an actual fighter. What matters to you more, entertainment or getting that win?
Oh, getting a win is first. Getting a win is priority. Getting a win is priority. A coach told me before, is like, think of it like a percent, 100%. If you focus on the weigh-ins, if you focus on the ring walk, what you wearing during a fight, all of that is taken away from your performance in the ring. You get what I'm saying? So if 50% you're worried about, your brain is focused on things that's not even a fight, then you get what I'm saying? Like your performance is gonna be 50%. And so what you do before the fight and what you focus on and all that, it takes away from your focus in the ring, the whole nine. So, the main thing at the end of the day is getting a win. Everything else comes second. It's best to have other people to handle it for you, and that's how it be. So, but the main thing is always a win.
That makes sense. I wanted to ask you about this too, because we had a situation a couple weekends ago where a particular fighter, missed weight. And I know that's something that you fighters go through as well, cutting weight. How important is it to put the right stuff into your body to ensure that when it's time to cut that weight, you on point?
Yes, it's very important. Like I said, a lot of aspects of boxing is really like life or death. Getting in the ring, getting punched on is one of them. Cutting weight is another one of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you don't do it properly, it may not hurt you now, but it'll hurt you in the long run. Especially if you're a fighter that, for many years might have took creatine, supplements, this or that, and you're not cutting weight right. As you get older, you might have liver problems, you might have this problem. You get what I'm saying? So it's real important. And I feel as though sometimes things just don't go as planned, and you know, sometimes making weight is easier than others.
Mm-hmm.
However, like it be the small complications that force fighters not to lose weight. It's never they work ethic. It's never they discipline. It's really like the
Mm-hmm.
small complications, meaning two workouts before the weigh-ins. We in a hotel got a fan blowing in a workout room. It's like, come on, like I need a hot gym. If it's the summertime like how it is now, I could be
Mm-hmm.
outside. All I gotta do run
Mm-hmm.
2 miles and I'll be 3 pounds down already. So
Right.
that's what I mean by the complications. It's just like it be the little things along the journey that kinda, make it harder for the fight. It's never the hard work or the discipline. Cause at a
Mm-hmm.
high level, everybody work hard, everybody disciplined, everybody's a good
Mm.
fighter.
I like
So
that.
yeah, it's really all about preparation and you know, how things play out specifically fight week.
Right. Right. One little mishap could throw everything off. So,
Exactly.
this furthermore, how important is it for you, right, as a fighter to establish good habits while you young?
Oh, that's important.
Mm.
People always say, I want to be a world champ. I want I want to fight for all of these belts, this or that. But what they don't really understand is you you can't just say, oh yeah, I want to fight for a world title, or I want to be a world champ, or I want to be undisputed champ. Now you gotta have undisputed tendencies. You gotta have world champ
Mm.
habits.
Right.
That's how you're gonna get it. Like if we being honest,
Mhm.
people that train like a world champ, that have champ habits, that's dedicated like a world champ, they are going to
Right.
eventually be a world champ. Others that aren't, if you cut corners, you gonna experience that's not the way to go. Well, before you even get there, you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So that is having good habits is important. Being dedicated is important, and understanding that is really like consistency over anything.
Right. Makes sense. Pretty much. You don't gotta, wait till you're a world champion to be,
Nah,
behave like one. You get what I'm saying? And I like that, man. So let's change gears a little bit, man. It's something I love to ask. I always like to hear from fighters because I hear a lot of feedback from fans and the way they think and the way y'all think is totally different, man. This word ducking get thrown around a lot, man. And I always put up a lot of resistance, man. What's your thoughts on it? Is it something that you really think is an issue in boxing, ducking, or do you think it's just something that people overuse or misuse constantly?
I feel like people misuse it. People
Mm-hmm.
misuse ducking. Now, fighters in the game may label other fighters as a duck, or they may
Mm-hmm.
refer to them as ducking, like what they're doing is ducking. But it's only the pressure, though. You get what I'm saying? It's really
Right.
like a mind game. It's like, oh, you a duck. You ain't want to fight me. You kind of pressure them into the fight. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You label them. If I call you a duck, all my people gonna call you a duck, and now we gonna see what you gonna do. You gonna be a duck. You're not gonna fight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that part of the game. But at the end of the day, it's not ducking. I feel like every
Mm-hmm.
fighter could vouch for it. It's not ducking. What it is, everybody's trying to find the easiest route to the top.
Right.
No, boxing is hard. So now everybody's trying to find the easiest route to the top. And well, I'll fight you for 100,000 when I can fight somebody easy and still get the same purse.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's not necessarily anybody ducking. It's just more so we just trying to see who the easiest now. It's a point in time where you gotta take a risk,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta be on the other side. You ain't gonna always be the guy. It's gonna be times where you gonna have to take the risk, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where a lot of fighters get that label duck. Is when they don't take a risk, when the boxing ref feel like they should take a risk. But
Right.
that's how I see it.
Right. I agree, man. I appreciate the insight because I think people overuse it, misuse it all the time. And sometimes, more times than not, I believe it's business related. I don't feel like,
Yeah,
y'all guys, y'all chose the box.
yeah,
And as long as y'all getting paid accordingly, you're not scared to do y'all jobs. And the grown men ain't scared to get in the ring with other grown men.
nah,
I refuse to believe that. I mean, there are some cases where it's kind of blatant or obvious, but more times than not is business related as opposed to one man being fearful of another man. I
Exactly.
can't
And
see.
I'm gonna add this too. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of a
Okay.
lot of fighters, especially the fighters that you see at the top, that a lot of people, whoever that you see are ducks, that is known, right?
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, these fighters have fought in the amateurs where they weren't getting paid, they were younger, and they didn't know who they were fighting. So if we weren't getting paid, we were doing it for free. We didn't know who we was fighting. It shows that we not scared, you know. So a lot of times it's not really a duck. It's just more so, like I said, business wise. Does it make
Mm-hmm.
sense right now? If I could take an
Mm-hmm.
easier way out, you
Mm-hmm.
know, it depends, you know. So,
Right.
but it's mainly
Right.
business.
I agree. I agree. So, I know, I knew you had a YouTube channel of your own for a while, which I think is a great idea in terms of, just putting your stuff out there. And you be putting, great videos, entertaining videos together. How has social media had an impact on your career, you feel?
I feel like social media is giving me the exposure, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm the type dude that, you know, people forget like why these apps was created. Like Instagram, Facebook, these apps was created to expand business. So that's what I'm doing. You don't really see me. I might post something that's outside of it just because, you
Mm-hmm.
know, people see me as a fighter, but a lot of other people, they want to see me as a person. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day,
Right.
it's like I'm a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm only obligated to show boxing related. So it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of hard, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, it's cool and it's fun to put out content. Um, just to give, you know, people that like my supporters, fans, people that just want to like just interested,
Yeah.
a different aspect than just what they normally see me hitting the bag, you know,
Mm-hmm.
actual conversation, my relationships with people, my relationships with my coaches,
Mm-hmm.
me during fight week, how I am. You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's for me, but it's also for the next person that's coming up behind me that they don't have a person, you know, they just going it off the flow
Mm-hmm.
just with a dream. So it's
Mm-hmm.
for those, you know, the younger generation coming up behind me also.
Right. I like that. Like that. Yeah. And the fact that you use it the right way is why you're gonna win. And you show different little moments that people wouldn't have captured otherwise, right? And so I think it allows people to see a different, you know what I mean, different side of you, whether you joking, having fun in the ring, stuff like that make you relatable to people. And they start to
Right.
be able to look at you as more than just an athlete or a boxer. This is a regular good dude. It's a cool dude. So think it was damn smart idea, man. Keep pushing out the videos. I'm gonna keep
For
supporting,
sure.
keep watching. Something I
Appreciate that.
wanted to ask too, man. You're 22 years young, 6-0. You're undefeated, professional boxer. Your name is buzzing. I know we hearing about you. I know ladies hear about you. How does Keith avoid distractions? How do you stay grounded and avoid those? I like to call it background noise.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, this is all about energy. You get what I'm saying? Like everything
Mhm.
that you do gonna take energy up out you.
Right.
Whether that may be boxing, you know, it's just all about balance. You gotta have a good balance.
Mm,
Want to be a gym rat, but you also don't want to overwork yourself. You still want to indulge in life, because you don't want to be that person that, you know, God forbid something happened to you. Like I'm 22 years old. I dedicated a large portion to the grind, to boxing, you know,
mhm,
so God forbid if anything was to happen. My grandmother told me this story, and that's why I always go back to it. It was basically a dude. He worked hard all his life, and you know he was on his deathbed, and they asked him like, you know, what's one thing you regret? And he was just like, I just worked too hard. You know, I just worked too hard. I never enjoyed life. So
mhm,
that being said, you gotta have balance. You gotta also, you know, don't take anything for granted. It's life.
mhm,
Not only could things not go your way, but the people around you not gonna be there forever either. And
mhm,
that's one of the main reasons why I do what I do is, you know, to get to a goal where I can just sit back and just chill with all my families, like, you know, this what it was all for. You get what I'm
right,
saying? So,
right,
but at the end of the day, it is a time on everything. So you don't want to just focus too much on that. You also just want to, kind of sway around and just enjoy life.
Right, right. And that's good that you understand that early. Balance is key, especially when you participate in a sport that you can't play that requires so much of you, everything from you. I'm
Yeah,
glad that you understand. You could, it's all right to decompress and take a load
yeah,
off boxing. And the last couple questions, man. I didn't want to keep you too long, man. Something I wanted to ask about if it was a change you could make in boxing, right? What would it be? If you had the power, if it was anything at all, they said, man, what's something you think that could improve the sport? What would you change?
yeah. I say, because at the end of the, I ain't gonna lie, this is heavy.
Talk to me.
Like in football, you got something where it's like it's kind of difficult because anybody could be a boxer, but I feel like it should be like a mark, like if you make it to this mark, you should be able for the rest of your life to receive some type of revenue or something, because that's
Mm,
how it is in football and NFL. If you want to leave for
mm,
4 years,
mm,
you get a pension or you get this,
mm,
you get that. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
In boxing, like if you become a world title, if you become a world champion, then you
mm.
should get something. You get what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's just my opinion. So either something like that or insurance. You get what I'm saying? Just make it more like this is a brutal sport. Fighters dedicate a lot. Some fighters, you know, they come to the gym. They lose their family behind boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Coaches as well.
Right.
So little things like that. It'll help out a lot, man. And yeah.
Right. I like that, man. I like it, man. For sure. I think that definitely boxers deserve more support, especially when their careers is over. See a lot of guys end up, in bad shape. You know what I mean? Dedicating their life to the sport and can't get nothing back from it. It's crazy. So
Yeah.
I like that. I like that answer, man. And look, lastly, man, what's the message that you want to leave for your rapidly growing fan base, as I like to call it? What's the message you want to leave for your people?
I just say, I just want to thank everybody for always, sticking along the journey, supporting me, supporting my brand, supporting my team. It's a long way to go. It's just the beginning, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a long way to go. I feel like a lot of people, they see where I came, it's like, oh wow, like that, like,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't really understand. It's like we not even at, we still climbing the mountain. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a long way to go, and yeah, just keep enjoying the journey.
Man, we here for it. We gonna keep rocking with you, man. Y'all heard it from the future world champion, my guy, Keith Tsunami Cologne, 6-0, 6 KOs, man. Y'all continue to follow him. We gonna keep rocking with you, man. I appreciate your time. And I know
Appreciate
we'll
you.
be mixing it up again too, man.
For
So
sure, for sure.
appreciate you,
Appreciate
man.
you. Thank you.
Shout out to you. Yeah, I hit that like button, man. That was my guy, Keith Tsunami Cologne. I didn't want to keep him too long, but you know, he always makes sure he come in and chop it up with me after each win. And I appreciate him and his dad for always connecting. Y'all know I'm big on building with fighters and connecting with these guys that put on for Jersey. I don't care where you from. If you're a fighter, you want to build, we can build. But love the fact that Jersey got a light shining pretty bright on it and got a lot of, young top tier talent, man, that we could all appreciate, man. So shout out to Keith and my guy Big Keith, man. Appreciate y'all boys, man. And we gonna keep building. We're gonna build for a little bit before we get out of here. We're gonna talk about a couple things. I just wanted to make sure I gave my guy his just due. I hate when I'm doing something. Somebody kept texting. Zzz, zzz. Shout out to everybody. Y'all hit that like button, man. We gonna keep building, man. We're gonna talk about a couple things before we get out of here, man. I'm gonna talk about it. Got to talk about this, man, for a second. got to talk about this, man. I know y'all you gotta just keep perfecting that craft for sure, man. I know y'all seen this. This was the viral KO that we all seen. And Brian Norman only did what he was supposed to do, handle business, right? He handled business, but it's a fair fight. This dude fought his heart out since Saki did. He was too brave for his own good to a degree, right? But since then they saying this dude has had memory loss. He lost memory of the month and a half before the match. Say he don't even remember that this title match was decided. It's crazy. And I just pulled this up to say, our prayers to him. I hope everything, works out for him and he make a, full recovery and all that good stuff. But this is exactly why you don't need to implement silly rules when you have fighters that'll go in there and give you everything. You don't need to tell a person how to fight. You got warriors that'll really go in there and give you everything they got. And you know why I got a shit ton of respect for Sasaki? Because he did exactly that. You want to talk about going out on your shield? You want to talk about not tucking your tail? You want to talk about like fighting your heart out and all that good stuff? You just wasn't the best. You lost to the better man. That's exactly what he did. So I hope people sending prayers up. I hope all these people that, and look, I don't got nothing personal with nobody, but I hope all them people that's crying about how people run and how dudes don't stand still and they move too much and how they don't want to see it. I hope they sitting around and they really seen this fight. I hope they got a deep appreciation for his effort and what he put out. Because he everything a lot of people say they like to see in a fighter. Now, he might not be as technically good, fundamentally sound, or skillful as guys, but in terms of heart, I don't think it was no heart that could be bigger. Nothing about him wavered. He had to get the fight beat out of him. You get what I'm saying? Brian Norman cooked this dude. He made sure he had to. But this is why you don't need meaningless rules like, no running and, don't run. And you don't need that in the sport of boxing because they're warriors already. And it's in bad taste to suggest that, what I'm doing is not enough, that you got to tweak it and make sure I can't do something. It just will never be necessary. You got way too many different problems. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not one for complaining about a highlight reel KO, but one could argue that they could have stopped that fight before Norman ended him like that. Some could say that. Some could say that. You get what I'm saying? You could say that they could have stopped this fight a little bit sooner and saved him the trouble because he was getting cooked. Nah, they let that fight go because they thought he was going to win. They thought he was going to shake up out of it and probably land some and come back, and that never happened. Brian Norman opened up that can and he continued, and it stayed open. He continued to whoop ass. There was no going back, and they continued to let him get hammered out. So, it's unfortunate that he lost out, a month. What is it? A month and a half before the match is crazy. That's wild. You don't even remember the fight. I just want people to understand what these dudes sacrifice. You could say, well, that's what you signed up for. No. I get all of that. But this is why you respect these dudes. This is a prime example of why I show love. But guess what, though, y'all? He got knocked out like this. But because he didn't win, and people wanted so much to make Brian Norman a bad guy, they didn't even take into account that this dude showed you everything you would want in a fight. Now, look, you are who you are. You can't. He ain't as skillful as some of the other guys. His technique ain't as sound. His fundamentals ain't as sharp, right? He ain't as disciplined. But that dude got in there and fought his heart out. And guess what they said? He's shitty. He trash. Who is this? Brian Norman ain't fighting nobody. Who is this dude? What's Sasaki? What's this? Sasaki went out there and down there lost his life in the ring, gave it everything, and look how people overlook it. That's why I tell y'all all the time, man, people don't really like boxing. They just like talking bad about it. You get what I'm saying? Criticizing. They like having an opinion on something. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the sport. How you overlook that Brian Norman from round one was cooking this dude. He dropped him very early, twice. He was cooking this dude. And he never wavered. He never stopped trying to win. And you see how easy it is to overlook his effort and what he actually tried to do in there. Like, and we say it all the time. People crucified Jermell Charlo for not, quote unquote, going out on his shield. They crucified him for it. But here you are. Sasaki said, man, look, Brian Norman kept punching him in his face. He said, more, come on, more. Like, talk about going out on your shield. He went out on his shield, on his back. You get what I'm saying? On a stretcher. You name it. He was out. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you'll overlook a guy like that. You'll trash him. Because he don't, his, whatever he is, his skill, his greatness ain't in the same package as your favorite fighter. So you'll overlook him, trash him as opposition, all in the effort to downplay Brian Norman. And it's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. So I feel like boxing is cool where it's at in terms of rules, right? We don't need no extra rules. Man. You get what I'm saying? People gonna fight how they fight. You know, he's a prime example of why you don't need rules to put on these type of fights. You just need the matchup. What made this fight even entertaining, even though he was getting cooked, was the matchup. Both guys could crack on both sides, right? With both hands. It was a legit scrap in there. But he just didn't have what it take to beat B Norman. Shout out to Rebel Like Boxing. What's good with it, fam? Turkey would never box it there. You know how that go too. Rebel Like Lisa Peace, Queen Shay. How you feeling? Boys be crying. Shout out to everybody. Foxy Brown, Ace, my dog, Ramon, L Dub Boxing, Coach Key. What's good with it, fam? Shout out to y'all T Hill, Teach, the fan behind the hands TV, Prize Fighter TV. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate everybody rocking out. We're gonna cook for a little bit. It's Friday. Wasn't gonna be here too long, but we're gonna keep going for a little bit. So yeah, man. We don't need rules, unnecessary rules in boxing. I just wanted to use this as an example as to why. And he went out on his shield, and he ain't gonna get no credit for it. And listen, I ain't saying praise him because he lost. Nah, but the effort, like he lost, he was losing round after round, but he kept coming, trying to win. He kept chucking leather, throwing hard punches all the way until he couldn't throw no more, until he got laid out. He went out, he got caught trying to throw. You get me? So shout out to Jensen Saki. I hope he make a speedy recovery, man. That memory loss ain't no joke. And that's why I say, man, boxing is already dangerous enough. You don't need anything that would somewhat incentivize people to fight in a way that's not beneficial to them. That's all I'm saying. You don't want people going out there feeling like they got to prove something to a couple of people to get some respect. That they got to get punched in the head and take punishment to get respect. Like, you get what I'm saying? We don't want to see a bunch of mindless zombies running around in the sport because everybody just said to hell with defense. We got to be entertaining. We got to get knockouts. You get what I'm saying? Like, let people do them. Let people fight they fight. And we can get, it's already violent enough with the way it is. You don't need nothing that would, hinder the way people fight. It's just that simple to me. You know what I mean? So, hell of a performance by Brian Norman. This KO and this performance deserve to be talked about. In no world am I going to discredit Sasaki. He was who he was. He had to beat who he had to beat. Not going to stay stuck on stupid. Now it's on to the next. Hopefully he could get an Atlanta fight. Old school, what it do, homie? 704 Joe, what it do? Shout out to you, Sasaki. Be suspended for the rest of 2025. Y'all, it's bad enough. Yeah, woke up in 2024. Right, yeah, I'm telling you. Missing, memories and all types of stuff. I know that was rough for him. So, prayers up to him, man. I hope everything is on the up and up with him. That's a dangerous knockout. That was a tough loss. But he did what he had to do. He did what it had to do. He almost lost it. Let's keep rocking, man. Let's keep rocking. Something else I wanted to talk about, y'all. This fight coming up. That's a damn good fight that I think we all should be watching mañana. I think we all better be watching this one.
You know better to touch. You're soft. You know better to touch. Wait, you know better to touch. You know better to touch off. It's real now. It's real now. Tomorrow, nigga. It's soft, nigga.
what it do? My name's I guarantee Japan gonna slow down on the challenging Americans. Probably. Y'all, what did y'all, let me take this off. What did y'all notice? Did y'all notice anything there? Anything stood out to y'all at all in that face off? Let me play it again just in case y'all ain't see it. Like, cause I ain't tripping. Like, I don't know if I like this.
You know better than touch. You're soft. You know better than touch. Wait, you know better than touch. You know better than touch. It's real now. It's real now. It's not good. It's real now. Tomorrow, nigga. It's soft, nigga.
Man, oh man. Hey man. Truck looked like he had a tough weight cut. I ain't no doctor. I ain't his nutritionist. I don't be in camp with him. None of that. I'm just looking at his face. He look a little, you know, extra slim in the face. Like he had a tough time. I don't necessarily like that going into a fight, because that can already hamper the way he fight, his energy levels, if he throw punches or not. It's a lot that could go wrong with that. You get what I'm saying? That ain't gonna be right. So I don't know. Before this, I was like 50-50-ish. I feel like either guy could win the fight. Still like that. That's not the end all be all. Maybe he still get in there and perform, no problem. But that was just a bit concerning for me, because you look at Jihad. Jihad looked healthier. He looked fine. And you got to think he came from, Jihad was at like, what, 147 once upon a time and shot all the way up. I ain't never think we was going to see him at, what, 160 that fast. So he looked like he good. Truck looked like he kind of big. Like maybe he should be a weight class up or something. I don't know. But maybe that's just how he looked cutting weight. But it just, face looked skinny. I could see it. The weight cut looked like he put in some work for sure. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even know who he was. Got Truck went loose, looked very dry. Yeah, man. I like Truck. I like them both. I lean at the scene that makes me lean towards Jahi. I mean, stressed out boxing, what it do? You know, for fact, it's a tough weight cut. Yeah, I know people, yeah, right. And I'm just speculating too, but you know, I know you. So Truck is a class up like 160. This at 160, he should be at 68. You get me? He should be at 68 somewhere. That would it look like, but if that affects him, he gonna have a tough night in there. Cause look, Jahi is a busy guy. He throw punches. He pretty busy, and he move around a lot. Like he pushed the pace. Jahi Tucker do, and Truck has been known to be economical with his punches. If he had a tough weight cut, and that kind of affects the punch output, he got a problem. And he got good punching power, but Jihad Tuck got a good chin. He could be slippery, get his head off the line. He know how to move. I mean, so it's gonna be a good fight, man. It's gonna be a good ass fight. I lean towards Tucker though. He looked healthier. He looked healthier there in that video. He do. Damon, what it do, fam? I think he might be. He could be. You know what I'm saying? He could be. I don't want to say that that's what he's doing, but it just looked like it being up a weight class wouldn't hurt him.
You know better than touch. You're soft. You know better than touch. Wait, you know better than touch. You know better than touch. It's real now. It's real now. It's not good. It's real now. Tomorrow, nigga. It's soft, nigga.
Them cheekbones, man. Them cheekbones out. Yeah, he don't look like it. So he look like, you know who looked like that to me? You know who, but like body and all. Cause just cause you ripped out don't mean he gonna be ripped out because he lost the weight. And that's crazy. His last fight was at 75, light heavy. And then see what I'm saying, Shaywa? That's crazy. Because if that was the case, then you see what I'm saying, right? It ain't me. It's when you do that, and now you 2 weight classes below. You get what I'm saying? Not 68, you at 60. And it looked like it. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to say like he shrinking down, but no, his face just looks. I ain't never seen him like that. I seen his fights before. I seen him at weigh-ins. Dude ain't look like that to me before. I never seen him look like that. He remind me of EJ. Way his cheekbones, skinny face, but still you could tell he put the work in. You can tell. But at what cost? You get what I'm saying? He look dry as hell. He do look dry and like slim as hell in the face. But that ain't got to be the end all be all. Maybe he get in there. Maybe he go replenish and he good. You get what I'm saying? Maybe he be feeling great. But just right there from the optics, it looked like he had better weight cuts. That's all I'm saying. Look like he had better weight cuts.
Save you, bro. Remember, bro, it's been months. It's been months, bro. It's been months, bro. Remember, I've just been sitting out watching you talk on the gram for months, bro. Bro, I've been training, punching a picture of your face every day, bro. You're cooked, bro. You're cooked, bro. You signed your death, bro. You're cooked.
All right, guys. I mean, I was going to ask something to see how you guys felt, but you guys jump right to it. Can I ask you guys one question? I know you guys sparred a couple of years ago, and I mean, that's all the internet's been talking about. Is there any opinions on that? Because I didn't really get a lot.
Everybody that was here for the spawn is here. Ask them what.
All right, so yeah, Ronnie,
here.
What happened to that spawn?
Since he's running with it. Ask them
What
what
happened
happened.
to that spawn?
Ron, I guess Ronnie's gonna make us wait till Saturday.
Whenever he comes to the gym,
Yo, listen.
he don't do nothing to nobody.
Oh,
Right
please,
or wrong,
listen,
Ron?
man, listen, man.
Nobody.
Man, you safe, man. You're man. Y'all here, bro. After all this is done, after it's all said and done, I want y'all to go ask him. So what did you think about the fight?
Calvin, you know that's all I need is a little fire.
Remember this. Remember I told y'all this.
In my opinion, it's the way styles come together makes a good fight. I think the way these guys come together is going to make a good fight. And as you can see, the bad blood makes a good
It's not
fight.
going to be a good fight. This is going to be a massacre, bro. I'm
trying
going
to
to
sell it
massacre
here.
this man, bro.
I'm trying to sell it, James. I'm trying to sell it.
Maybe partly in between. I'm trying to tell it here. Man, I think it is going to be a good fight. I feel Jahi. He's supposed to say how he feels. He feel like he's going to massacre him, say it, but I think it's going to be a good fight. Truck ain't no chump. Losses or not, they both been tested in their careers, man. But you know, them tough weight cuts, man, them shits hit different, bro. And he already economical with his punches a little bit. Like if you see the fight or fights that Truck lost, he don't lose because of a lack of skill, in my opinion. He got outworked, especially in one of them with I forget the kid name, but he got outworked to me. You get what I'm saying? He got outworked. He ain't you know, he ain't lacking, you know, I don't think he knows, you know, got problems with being a skillful fighter. I just think guys are working him, not throwing enough punches, not being busy enough. You know what I'm saying? So that's something he got to work on. But I suspect if you had a tough weight cut, then that would kind of affect that as well. You get what I'm saying? You at some point, if you slow down in that fight, I wouldn't be fully surprised. So we're gonna see, because with them cheekbones out like that, that ain't look too good, man. He says you got a solid Italian voice. I was at that sparring session. Jihad, Truck look good. Jihad was the energetic bunny though. Yeah, he got a lot of energy. He busy, bro, and he could. That's why I think he can win the fight with activity, movement, and activity. You know what I'm saying? He could be a big. He get busy, man. He let his hands go. That dude get to it. So I think this is gonna be a real good fight. I can't wait to see this fight. That's an underrated fight, low key, man. It's an underrated fight. It really is. It really is. But I lean towards Jihad, man. I like them both, support them both, win, lose, or draw. But I lean towards Jihad. If I'm wrong, oh well. You know what I mean? It's just a fight. Just a fight. That day Truck was at least 170, yeah. And McQueen, what it do, homie? Let's keep rolling though, man. I know y'all by now, y'all seen a little clip with Zay Quinn and
This is like him biting. Get it. Bring it up, boy. Okay, so what happened to the sport? What happened? We all scored though. What happened? Hey, no, focus. I did. What happened? No, bro. We coming up. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Hey, roll him out.
Shout out to them youngins, man. They full of energy and you gotta love it, yo. It's fun. Stuff like that is fun. You don't gotta pick no side. You just like what you see. Carmel is constantly putting that work in. He got about 8 fights. They Clinton got about 4. They winning. I think they're gonna keep winning. 2 promising young talents. I like what I see with Carmel. He's a workhorse, man. He getting there. He throw a lot of punches, yo. That dude like to fight, you know. And I don't doubt it for 1 second that when they if they find themselves in the ring as professionals, it's gonna be a really good fight. You know what I mean? Even much better than that amateur fight that they had. You know, so I just like the energy from both of them. It's fun to see it. And they both trading they little words. And, you know, Zay said he gonna F him up. Carmel said he knocking him out. It's just fun, man. You know, nobody got to swing on nobody. You know, ain't nobody super tough. It's just a moment, right? But that should be able to happen. And it just create that interest for that fight, you know, down the line when it does happen, right? You like, yeah, you'll remember that moment. And I noticed people when I made a little short video on it, I noticed people kept saying they gave them the vibes like the Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford when they met in the hallway. And I see what they saying. Yeah, it kind of do. It's fun. So I think at some point down the line, they might find themselves in the ring with each other, man. They 2 real talents, man, promising futures, man. For them, all it's just a matter of staying focused, keep putting the work in, the rest will take care of itself. Shout out to CJ Rich. Appreciate you. I don't feel the voice gets his just due. The Bay got 5 on it. Shout out to my homie. Appreciate you. For my guy CJ. Yeah, man. So Moses looked the sharpest. I seen him in his last fight. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. You can see him growing as a fighter. He's very sharp, man. He's very sharp, bro. But you know, at some point it'll be fun to see them dudes fight though. Say which weight class would they fight at? I wonder, man. Wonder where they find themselves at. Cause I doubt if it'd be where they at right now. I mean, that'd be too early. I could see it down to where is they at? Like 30? I could see him higher than that. I can see him definitely, especially with a fight like that happening. And one of the reasons that he probably able to make this weight, these little light weights, because these dudes young, because he got some height and stuff to him, don't he? 5'9". Yeah, he got a little bit of height to him. Yeah. 130. Yeah, he's at 30. And what's Carmel at? I knew he was at 30. I just seen that. I wonder. Carmel look big. Is it me or do Carmel's like he's short, but he's style dude got a size to him or something? He just kind of that video looked a little huge, didn't he? Carmel at lightweight, right? Yeah. At least that's what they got him listed at now. So only a weight class apart. It'd be a really good fight at 35. If that's the case, then. No why Carmel for 135. He fought at yeah, he fighting at 140 at this point. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Carmel, to be honest though. Yeah, 35 sound good. Cause they got him listed as a lightweight. So they ain't too far apart, but I just don't know where he's settling in at. Like he looked a little like he's not tall, but he got weight to him, it looked like. Little stocky dude, Carmel is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where he gonna look to truly campaign at, but I could see it happening later down the line for sure. 35 is pretty cool. And the style contrast is good at McQueen. I like it. I do, I really do. I rock with it. Well, let's keep rocking, man. Last thing I wanted to bring up before we got up out of here, y'all. Y'all know Lamont Roach and Tank Davis been going off on each other. They've been going off on each other for whatever reason. You know, we heard an August 16th date, but just reading what Lamont Roach said made me wonder what the hell is going on. So I don't know. I ain't gonna spend too much time on this because they gotta go personal. I don't know what Tank got going on. He said something about his son's school address, and I'm not really into it, but the boxing part about it, because I don't really want to spend too much time on that. Where is that tweet at? Oh, where is this the one? Oh, yeah, this is the one here, though. Where Lamont said, buddy know damn well he don't F around like that. He gassing y'all up to justify why he ain't do his part of the deal yet. He really might pull out of the fight. Stay tuned. So what I believe Lamont Roach is referring to is something that I've heard previous to reading his tweet, is that one of the reasons that they ain't announced the fight is because he ain't signed his part of the deal. He being Tank. I don't got all the answers outside of that. I did hear that. Now, Lamont Roach kind of confirmed it. Unless he's lying, I would doubt if he is. But he's saying he already did an interview saying his part was signed and he was ready to go. He said this before, and he's saying it again now. Don't exactly know what the hell going on, but it seemed like Tank in gym training or something, right? So, I mean, it could be mind games, could just be business as usual. I don't know what could be holding up the rematch. I don't even care to speculate. I suspect that it'll be one. If it don't, I'll be surprised if he don't rematch this dude and just get it out the way. So I kind of caught my eye with him saying, he might pull out of the rematch because he ain't signed this part of the deal yet. I mean, maybe that's just him doing, what he want to do right now. I don't know. But if this affect the fight at all, I have no clue there either. So just one of those things where you got to wait and see. I'm rooting for a rematch. I think it needs to happen because of the controversy. And then the fight in and of itself, outside of the controversy, was a good one. So it's something that, I think it'll do the boxing world some good to see Tank Davis in a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Just Big Dog Willie told me Tank training for Jake Paul. He's stupid. Yeah, that's how Big Dog feel too. Jakey boy. So yeah, man. They've been going back and forth on Twitter. Like I said, I stay out of their beefs, but this was more boxing related because he start talking about deals and fights. So I'm like, okay, I can get some boxing out of this. It ain't got to just be gossip girls, gossip central. But whatever they got going on is what they got going on. I think they both in a position where they're smart enough not to be stupid and crash out or do anything that'll ruin the bag. And we're just going to have to wait and see. Whenever they announce the rematch date, that's when they do it. Until then, I'll be waiting to see. I'm pretty sure Lamont working, Tank working. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? And we'll see. I think that's the next fight for both of them. Nothing else seemed like it makes sense. Shout out to Melanie Queen. How you feeling, sis? Nothing else makes sense. So hope whatever's going on, whatever issue it is that's going on, that's, get resolved and we able to see a fight. You know what I mean? I think it'll be a little bit of a letdown to the boxing world because it's crazy how it flipped. It went from nobody wanting to watch it to a rematch that people anticipating and can't wait for the date to drop. So we'll see. We'll see, man. But, Tank said a couple things on their Twitter, man. Tank seemed like I don't know what's that. He say, I don't care for boxing. Y'all can have the number one spot. You never know what's going through these dudes' minds. You never know what they going through. So you never know what motivated them to say stuff like that. Only thing that would concern me as a fight fan is you say, I don't care for boxing. Like you boxing, you got a big fight coming up. You need to care for boxing. You get me? So that's the only thing. I ain't about to overanalyze it, but it just make you wonder, why Lamont Roach think he about to pull out, why he's saying that he ain't signed his part. You know what I mean? He say he loyal to the core. No one will make him go against Al. So he shot down that turkey business. He ain't no fan of that at all. At all. Then this was him responding to somebody too. It's not the case. I've been doing this since I was 7. I'm 30 years old. Boxing should be an important piece in my life because of the people, but it's killing me. Sometimes you got to know when to let go. So that right there was a pretty interesting tweet. I don't know if that's exactly how you feeling and see things right now, but it's tough. You said Bill Haney responded to one I just had up, did he? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I mean, look, social media allows you to put the things that you think out there in real time, and maybe that's just how you feel. You're a human person, man. Maybe you seeing more of that now in this stage of his career. Is it a little bit alarming? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because you got a really big fight coming up, and it sounds like you washed one of your hands with boxing almost, right? Like you just tired of it. And then just think about it. Shout out to Keith. He was just up here, and you heard how he say it, the highs and lows with the sport, the ups and the downs. And sometimes you just want to be in the gym and put the work in, right? And just fight and stay away from the extra shit that come with it. So you got to think he's 6 fights in speaking that way. So think about somebody with 30 fights in that had a promoter like Mayweather to doing it on their own. Like, you get what I'm saying? Being at the top of the mountain, all the different things that he probably experienced and went through that could be making him feel the way he feeling. Get what I'm saying? So I level with these dudes because they're not super cyborgs or superhumans. They regular people. And I think when you do anything for a stretch period of time, especially when you're giving it your all, you do get to a point where you might want to say, no, I walk away from this joint. You might. So just don't know, man. He did say if Al and Turkey work together, he would be down with it. Oh, yeah? That's cool. Skywalker, what it do, homie? And pardon me, my voice, I feel like I'm losing my voice again. Shout out to Skywalker. So, look, I ain't mad at Tank for what he said and how he feel, but I just hope that's not an indication that he won't be ready or focused on fighting. You know, I hope he putting in all the necessary work to go out there and just give a good rematch and move on. You know what I'm saying? You say you heard Roach working with Meta. I don't know. I ain't hear nothing about that. I just think people looking for something already. They looking for something because next they gonna start the steroid shit. So I ain't with it. Lamont Roach gonna be on point. He understand the opportunity that he got in front of him. I think he gonna be looking to make the most out of it. I don't see him. I don't see him risking his opportunity for anything stupid. I'll say that. So, you know, we'll see. You never know. But nah, I think Lamont Roach straight. I ain't hear nothing about him working with nobody. He got a close-knit team, man. He don't, you know, they run a tight shit, man. So I don't expect him to just be working with anybody. But we'll see. You never know. But hopefully we get the announcement on the date soon. But shout out to everybody for pulling up. Shout out to Keith for rocking with me. Hit the like button for me, man. I'm going to try to go get me some tea or something for my voice and just rest or something. Maybe I'll get my voice back. But I appreciate every last one of y'all, man. Enjoy the rest of this Good Friday. And if my voice is back, we're going to come back and do a full stream tomorrow, man, and keep rocking how we do. So shout out to everybody that continues to support. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all enjoy this Good Friday. I'm going to go get something for my voice. This is terrible. It was worse earlier. Creole was good with it, man. Teach, peace to the Queen Lisa. I'm definitely going to get some rest for sure. The Butcher was good with it. And I ain't been sleeping like that, so I think that's what's wrong, too. I think that's what's wrong. My girl said the same thing. So I'm going to try to get some tea and rest. I appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Old school, my God, appreciate you, y'all. So again, man, much love to y'all. You know we'll be back before you know it. Peace to the fam. Creole the Traveler, my dog, man. Appreciate the support, homie, as always. And again, much love to everybody. I had to shorten this up. I'm definitely going to get something from my voice, and I'll be straight. See y'all tomorrow.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet.